Well, first, I just want to start by saying how just ecstatic I am to be playing back here in the Dome, and all of the work that went into being able to make sure that we were going to get this opportunity to host. We just feel very, very fortunate to have administration and people that are really supportive of our program and pushing for that, and excited for our fans to have another opportunity to watch this special team play. I've talked about it a lot, that this is just a incredible group, and I just absolutely love every opportunity I have to coach them, and we expect an intense battle in here tomorrow night, and it's going to be a very tough ball game, but we are so thrilled for the opportunity in front of us.
Questions? Ty, not only to have another home game, which obviously is exciting, but to have a team like Oregon, what stands out? What do you think there?
Yeah, I was talking to my parents last night, and I think the best opportunity for us, we're kind of unfamiliar with them. We've never played them, and the cool thing about the WNIT is we get to play new teams and bigger schools, so it's great that we get to host them here tomorrow.
Margaret, describe what it was like when you did hear last night that you were going to play that game.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. We were kind of all gathered at Coach Williams' house watching the game and scouting a little bit and just kind of enjoying each other's company, for as long as we can. And we watched the game, and it came down to the wire. At first, we were kind of like, oh, we might be heading to Texas, or, kind of the way the game started. But it was a fun finish and a fun game to watch, and we were very excited.
Margaret, sorry. Margaret,
yeah.
you go first. You're going first. Okay.
Just maybe from the community standpoint, it's sometimes I think it still feels surreal when we hear the Coyotes playing the Gophers or Illinois or Pac-10 or Pac-12 team. Does it feel like for you, or are you gone beyond that? It's not unusual, or you get a little extra fired up or extra nervous?
We kind of tried to just look at every single game as just the next step for us to get better, no matter who we're playing against. I'm not going to lie, it was a lot of fun heading to Minneapolis and playing in that big arena. So the experiences that we've had getting to play those bigger schools have been incredible. Just to do it together with this group has been a lot of fun.
And I'm sorry, just to kind of elaborate, we know that it's a unique experience. We don't very often get those kind of BCS level schools to agree to come and play us here in Vermilion. And so to be able to provide that type of opportunity to not only our team, to get an opportunity to play those type of opponents, but play them on our home turf and with the benefits and advantages that go along with that, but also to do that for our fans and to provide that opportunity for the fans and to know that they're getting to watch, the biggest and best in the country, and we're being competitive with them. I just think it's a pretty special opportunity.
Yeah, my name's Chris. I'm with K-Mag in Sioux City, and before that I was with KOTA in Rapid City. So I remember when you were starting over at Stevens High School, Caitlin Duffy at STM at that time as well. And I guess I was just curious, Margaret, when you look back, any day could obviously be the last one here, and what's the future for you? Or you have plans after basketball? What are you planning on doing? And what's it feel like every one of these games, and I'm sure for Ty it's the same, it could be the last one, right? So what has that been like for you? And I'd love to hear Ty as well, what it's been like for you as well.
We've kind of tried not to think about it because it's going to be, it comes so fast. High school went fast, college went even faster. So we're just enjoying the ride as long as we can, and we've made it this far, and our goal is to obviously make it the whole way. I've thought a little bit about after season plans and stuff like that, but my main focus has been to finish the season right now and keep my focus on that. It's been so busy, it's hard to kind of, get around that to try to figure other things out. But once that's over, I'm probably going to head to Sioux Falls and work with kids in some way, maybe coach, do a little bit of that. I'm not quite ready to let the game go yet, so we'll just kind of see what happens after this.
Yep, and I guess every single game is just a wonderful experience. We're so thankful as well. Our fans come out to support us, and I think that's just the best part. We bring it seems like a even bigger crowd in each game, and so just to share that with my teammates and coaches has been awesome. And then next year I'll have one more year of student teaching, and I hope to be an elementary education teacher and coach basketball as well.
Ty, you look for you seniors, and obviously you haven't wanted the season to end, and you get the opportunity to play in the WNIT. You girls have really embraced this, and obviously have had success. What's been the message from the group of seniors on the way down, trying to keep this season going?
Yeah, I mean, it was, like the Summer League tournament, it just really didn't end how we wanted it to do. But we didn't let that affect us, and we knew this is a great opportunity. We've been playing so many more games, and I think that this 5 seniors are just making a huge impact, and we want to leave on a high note. So I think it's just such a strong bond out there, and as well as the other girls out there. So we want to end on a high note.
What did you see last night when you were all gathered together to watch Oregon play? What were you most impressed with? What's the biggest challenge that they're going to face for you?
Well, I mean, they shot 71% in the second half of the ball game, so I mean that's a problem. They've shot over 50% in 3 of the 4 WNIT games. I mean, they are tremendous shooters, and they have some really good size inside. And so when you're hugged up to their great 3-point shooters trying to defend that 3-point line, then if you go one-on-one with them in the post, they've got some size in there, and so they present a lot of problems, in that sense. So it's going to take great defensive effort and great focus, but I really feel like our team has rose to every challenge we've thrown at them.
Oregon is famous for the Nike money and how well funded that program is. What's it mean to the 3 of you that none of that matters and they have to come here? It's pretty cool when you really think about it, right?
Yeah, I mean, we were kind of laughing because there's a track meet going on today, and they might have to practice in our back gym, which we all know is kind of, we joke about the West Gym, but I mean, we're going to be back there today, and we can't wait, one more time back there together. So I just think the big name brands and stuff like that don't really mean a lot to us. We kind of, identify ourselves with hard work and what you put in to get to where you are, no matter what you're wearing or where you're from, and just play hard on the court.
The front line, like you said, a little big, 6'5" there, so maybe 6'3". Margaret, anything special you do when you're giving away an inch or 2 there, and in preparation?
Yep, I think with the size advantage, you just have to pick up your physicality inside, not let them get where they want to be to make those easy buckets or grab those big rebounds that they got a few of those last night too. And so definitely being more physical inside, which I feel, we're pretty strong inside as well. So, I mean, they're going to have to push right back.
Amy, you look at Oregon's schedule and some common opponents, obviously, with what your team played, Utah back at the beginning of the year, and Washington. Can you draw comparisons to those teams on how Oregon plays?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. We know they played North Dakota, they played Washington, they played Utah. We've played all those kind of common opponents, and so I think there are some comparisons. It's good to be able to go up and look at familiar opponents and see what they did against them and who defended what way, and be able to kind of make those types of comparisons. But I thought Ty had touched on this earlier. It's just been really refreshing for us to be able to be in a situation in this tournament to face several opponents that we're just unfamiliar with, and they're unfamiliar with us, and it's just kind of fun to be coming up with some new game plans and new personnel and new strategies for unfamiliar opponents.
With quick turnarounds like this, how much does that, or how long does it take to get that adjustment? Because obviously you're game planning quickly, sometimes late into the night, you're presenting this to this team, they have to adjust to that quickly. How long can that take?
Well, it can take, as long as you want it. We're very fortunate. Number one, I'm fortunate because I have the greatest coaching staff in the country, and when this WNIT run is over, they deserve 2 weeks off to just sleep, because I don't think they have slept. I mean, they have been up, just tirelessly after our opponent, our game with Western Kentucky was over. finalizing, 2 very accurate scouting reports to have in these girls' hands as they were sitting at my house watching the game last night, to be able to kind of familiarize themselves with the personnel. And then once we found out it was for sure going to be Oregon, then all through the night being able to really kind of finalize what we're going to do and what our game plan is going to be. But the best thing is we're spoiled with a group of 5 seniors and upperclassmen and veterans that have really showed the underclassmen in our program how to adjust quickly, how to grasp and study a scouting report, how to implement your game plan, how to stick to personnel, and if this kid is a left shoulder in the post, how to really play that way and commit to those types of things in a short amount of prep time. And so we're leaning heavily on that experience, and we have all season, and we're not going to stop at this point.
Andy, you hear sometimes about teams who had big aspirations, in this case the NCAA tournament, and instead of going to the women's NIT, you hear about that in other sports, whether it's bowl games in football or other, in basketball as well, where it's hard to get team motivated after that. It's obviously not been a problem with this team, and you're one step away from championship. Why has it not been a problem at all with this team?
Well, there's been a lot of talk about that. There was a lot of talk right after the Summit League tournament, and how are you going to deal with the disappointment? And there's no doubt. I mean, I would be lying if I tried to say it wasn't, disappointing. It was. That was a disappointing loss. That was a number 1 goal that kind of we fell short on. But the best thing about this group of individuals that we have here in our program, and the one indicator to me as to why they're going to be so successful in life after basketball, is because they have that uncanny ability to be able to deal with a disappointment and then shelf it and refocus themselves on new goals quickly. And people that can do that in life, as well as teams that can do that in basketball, are the ones that can keep moving forward. And so I'm really proud of our team for being able to do that and deal with that. We talked about there's multiple examples that we could point to of teams that were just unable to get over that initial disappointment, and they fizzle out and never quite get over that. And this team did not do that, and I'm really proud of us.
Coach Williams, I've seen some tweets kind of making kind of crazy. So what can you say about the 2 last unbelievably large crowds that have been here in the Dome?
I just can't say enough. It has been so incredible. I mean, it just gives me chills when we walk out of that locker room and to just see the people packed in here, and not only just their attendance, but just their participation in the games, and just watching the crowd erupt and get on their feet when they know we need a defensive stand, and just becoming more and more educated about how to just really be a part of the game and factor into the game. And it's just been really fun to watch and just fun to be a part of. And I think these girls deserve that support, but we are certainly not taking it for granted, and just very, very appreciative of the crazy fans that we have.
Marge, you've had these teammates for so long. You've played all these games up to this point, but starting at the beginning of the WNIT, have you learned anything additionally about your teammates or your team since this started this year?
Not necessarily anything new, but I think just re-emphasizing the fact that we don't give up. If the other team makes a little bit of a run, it's okay. We were down by quite a bit in Minnesota, and we weren't nervous. We weren't rattled, because we knew that once we got in our flow, we'd make a run. We don't give up. We're diving on the floor. I think my favorite play of the whole tournament so far, I still can't forget it, is Nicole diving out of bounds to save that ball, throwing it on our end, Taya running down, scoring the layup. I think that was her 1,000th point, and it was just awesome. Just plays like that kind of identify who we are and how we like to play, and has just been really re-emphasized throughout the tournament, I'd say.
Marge, Coach Williams touched on this in the opening statement, but getting the chance to host this game, the semifinals of this tournament, you girls as seniors have given a lot to this program and this university, trying to get this program to where it's at. It's kind of like the athletic department kind of saying thank you, giving you this opportunity. What's it mean to you knowing that they have that kind of support for you?
Well, I mean, I don't know if they're saying thank you to us, but we're really saying thank you to them. I mean, it's incredible, and as Coach Williams kind of mentioned, just a great opportunity for us, for our fans, for the community. I mean, we'll be in Walmart and people will run up to us, I'm so excited for the game, and, you know, just that support, it just kind of keeps you going, it keeps you motivated, you know, for the times dwindling down that we get to put on this uniform, just to be able to put it on in front of them just means so much more, and we're going to come out tomorrow and play our hearts out for them because they deserve it.
Last night at my house, I had one or two girls that came over with binders because they had exams to study for today, and so all of that stuff, you know, when at 10 o'clock at night you're not 100% sure if the next day you're getting on a plane or getting to be able to stay here, and for several of those kids who have big things, you know, essays due and big papers and tests today and, you know, whatever, it's incredibly huge that we're able to be at home.
Thanks, guys. Good luck.
Thanks so much.